Unsua de. Wo ye ne ade nti doma hene kura medical ka kire mo anya bunu ni. Me kan se mu ya monte. Wo tete bunu ni asante ntam nyina doma hene onya bunu ni ne nya bunu ni kina. Da bi onya bida. Me ana papa no. E se doma hene ni nuane akomu hene. Na so ye bunu ni dia da na ni nuane akomu hene. Explain. Doma hene onya bunu ni. Se wo ye bunu ni dia. Anka ye da na ni nuane ye agugufo. Aduanafo. Doma hene ye bunu ni dia. E da na ni nuane kumawu. Doma hene ye bunu ni dia. E da na ni nuane asumanya. Enti etu kwotena. Wo ye ni ade no. Se wo free akomu no. An wo tene ya ba bia ne kumase mo frɛ ne South Central. E ho no obetena. Wone kwadwokro mu hene. Kwadwokro mu ni ye cultural center, kumase cultural center. Wamo ye ni ade na omo ne doma hene ne tewo obiri ye bu awuo ne ba ye ne na doma hene tuye ene so okotena wompem na wamunsuo a da bono ne pam mu no okotena ti wompem no wotete ho an wa build doma amena ye kese eti okapa dia doma hene ni nchiri ni akwamu wonye bunu ni ti waye a wotete abonofo ni asantefo ntam ni ade maka kire me papa munya na asema abonofo mu ni asante nka mu wade me papa wo ebia wo pa bunu nso ne so adi enti ne asi asati we versus them na bunu fo no mani di so hene na nso ono ade onye bunu ni wono de won kan bunu ni won kan honkura wo ya kwamu ni na do ma hene ya kwamu ni exactly yes wo ifra kwamu fire wow me ka kire wo history no me kire wo na do ma hene nya bunu ni bom history hene eti wonya so wotete yi ni ade edi janua ayoko hene ne de yedi yebedi ne ne yebedi ne china na yom so na himfie wei eti so ko yagona say ye wan himfie kakra kasi wo no na ade achi a jasen so wo na himfie na nko bia so wo na himfie na kontre wo na himfie mo adwene mu ha o I'm not your regular guy. Don't be doing these things with me. General, a scientific training first na yenso and they say abey nwotwe na history no da bia memamo why ye wo country e wo jase ye say ni ade ayokofo pe ale kan ho fire nti munyimfiri wo yenko reforms no omusua de ana omudidi atem omusua dek omusua na menema no aba na dwene omusua history no money history and the people without knowledge of their history is like a bird flying without a tree to stand on. Eventually they will die. Munim baby amufri ba na meda hu baby amoko say ye na munim baby amufri ba dia akamba hu say akamfo ni nyina ha yade ba ko na politics no ma sha ase echichemu na mfanteni asante wontokwa ana we fanteni we tachiman skafo na mu wo akan state ni mu no mo sha ase organize matches be kan akamfo na bom na munya kwasesem no exactly so ti yanko why if you are Schwarzenegger also what the secret at abonten if you are no be asoma me ana me nua ba no no masoma so ukra ha adwendo why you say when you walk agona me ade obi asoma se bebo de sister if you are so kamini papa o first me no anadwo bi yakọ ayi akramo no ya niam bi wo ho ni ade na afia na ya somsem edu ba bi ana na adwene no nso ya de ya onua no no afa na sa adwene ne nye sumende average no ayenko women MPP for reforms no ya baba Sharaf asem so we will still talk about it exactly so dek no amount of intimidation apu ebeka MPP no say ayedai ya the reforms aba so currently osha MPP call yewo a polling station and yewo electoral area now polling stations in here baby a yeto aba so wo su polling stations baby a memetuma aba wa ya afija sechere east it may use afija sechere east na constituency na me de akere mo de yesi ye ba be ye now currently no yewo 152 polling stations in afija sechere east so fa wo so e de ko de wutabre e de ko wiamuase kona odumase asaman akrofon so jamase e de ko bepoase buanim ni nyina wo kambo mu a police stations mako 152 sapepepe now sa police stations 152 no now kodru police station bia no a e ye nipa num ana ye yi o mo so mo ye police station executives exactly chairman hwan ni ade ni nyina and the MPP force a woman in Nipa Mienu Beka ho. Our police station. It's Alpha if you just actually East, for instance. A year police station be a Nipa 5. It's 152 no. It will give you a figure of 760.
Precisely.
You police station executives in Nina. Now you police station executives in Uya. Or more mobile multimeter abani beniadia. A electoral area coordinators. It will fire a electoral area no. Say Agona West Nua, a Alaji Hashim Adams. Or no ho. O fire a be passing new tower. Yes, Ayuba, or no so ho. A domain a Dumens. Or no so ho. A Bedmasi, Montreal, who could do what a Mosso Kennedy, or no so ho for Yaman for Munina. It is a Kokudia, Womunina. It will fast our electoral area coordinators. I'll be drew if you just a chirista. A year 34. But I know say other constituencies were more or less. You ain't free so. You ain't free so na make masembra. Yi free so nebra. There be ye nefbra. Eti o ye ni ade no. Omo ye over your friend say 34. Now a year one coordinator to one electoral area. It's how they become one. 34 plus a year 760. It will give you a figure of I think 794.
Precisely.
So by and large, these were the people that vote. And so now what the constituency executives, you know, say chairman, ufa chairman, chairman down school. Now what first vice Anyas. Now what ba second vice. Now what ba secretary I can say Israel. Now deputy secretary wo munyina no wo mo ho. Yakubu Halidu. Ne wo munyina Habila assistant secretary Habila na yes ana poku frefre. Wo no ni ademia na menu adimosi. Wo ye organizer. Eti wo fa sa omo maka no a. Say deputy organizer. Amembu akofi general na make kan ho asem omo amu amen. And one member funti, Poku Yaba Twaba, or Janico UK or pay bibi.
Precisely.
MPP Abakan was in a way, and Gophobia almost say me ba, MP wa if you just say instant. Or Masha said me video, say Mekan, Sembi Nano near them. Now the American Mutia young and is a geadry. Now make a mechanic room. And I'm kind of mind some of them. Me and I'm kind. Them kind be answer me and I'm kind. General, your assistant secretary, your organizer, deputy organizer, your youth organizer, we could do what Alpha. Alpha is war rim collect, walk your money a year rim collect, and your man who you wash shiny to one any deputy, any idea, any women's organizer, and you say so, Cindy, you're two Obama, no, I'm more for ya, show me. Honestly, you can acquire a copy. As you say, your dear man, more de Shesso, one is a kina, no more yen, no more Shesso. Yani nemwana waba a year research and elections. That is Frimpon and Crawford. And son waba a year a treasurer, Nana Kwaku, financial secretary niadi. And on a number of 17 in number. And the MPP saw more increase, Yabeshe. It's now what they are doing is that per every polling station, instead of a year 5 member per polling station, only 2 making 7. So the figure will now move away from 760 to 1,064.
Exactly.
Now we are no free. The coordinators now we are 34. Say Besmark mo, say Frank J. Manson before Besmark before. Woman you know you are free. Now come we are 34 and they are the 4 beka omo. It per every coordinator electoral area biano. You the nipa 4 beka. So say oh yeah nipa 4 per 34 coordinate a year. That means it will be 5 per electoral area. So electoral area biano or multiplied by 34, it will give you 170.
Precisely.
We are trying to expand the electoral college.
Expand it.
They make what I say. After we are, Yabama Kwaima, a former DC, former MP, former constituency executives, and one more holding positions in the party. If says will be by here former DC, will be by here MP. Now after ye free wa, who's only say any decision making in the party here. It is wrong.
Precisely.
Obia by here constituency, police station executive. After ye free wa, what's ye taking decision with the party? One can hold it is wrong. It's your friend, Yabama Quine. I'm a sancrophone in Yababa. It will fair just actually East constituency, for instance. Yadwamina Babakamwa. It will give you a figure of about let's say 1,500 to 2,000 people.
Precisely so.
Whereas in the initial stage, you'll be dealing with about 800 to 900 people, by and large. Now from 800, when it is expanded to about 1,500 or 2,000, it is believed that it's a limited expansion, but included in decision making.
Exactly.
You make what I say? If you say an MPP force will be reforms in urban, general fansa for winning now, the Electoral College will move from polling station executives of 760 using Efijasechere East constituency as the yardstick. Now, Omodia call a year 1,064. Then they will move from a year coordinators of 34. Now coordinators now about 170.
Precisely.
Then we are former DCs, former MP, former constituency executives, former police station. So it will really expand.
Exactly.
Now, as to whether or not these reforms are what we need, or we need mass expansion, and one repercussions, financial constraints. So far, I am in agreement with it for now.
Precisely.
But as we progress, we must be able to have every card-bearing member of the party given the opportunity to decide.
Exactly.
But I see, I need a database, and you pentamwa yani idea. General, we are no free one. Almost one of the reforms I deba, and it's a more miatuaba entem. Now, Matisse be no more years. Yebeto national elections, ni yato regional, ni yabeto constituency, ni yazo topsy turvy. That means ye turn it at the end. And no nyano correct. You decide this. Omo decide this. So I am pene. Tie de make ye. You decide this. No omo decide this. So I am pene. Ye form for ye am pene. If you say the entire empire say, Samunya to national organizer, to national general secretary, to national chairman, we are, and some year to police station, when you so be controlling the whole process out to the last member. You make what say? So be biodia, or be control this process, and we don't want a situation where the party will be living in the hands of the bourgeoisie. The party belongs to the people, so we must let the people decide. It you know the engine correct. We decide this. Communication no of course say we must you better national, ni akoto regional. We must be nye emaso. Bibia sansu ni ho. The mom the omo decide ni say. Canada, Japan ne ba omia ne branch champion ne kwabena Japan. We microphone party nso yakọ akwa ba yanu so biri ye hey eno kure yanu so biri ye akoja defeat was so massive. So we are not in ordinary times. We need extraordinary measures to deal with extraordinary times.
Exactly.
Now this is what we are doing. Ya pese mu jan to kwano Jennifer Pon wo peka ne dinti wa ko na your friend say Kofi Ofosu wono so pe ba umianti woni Jennifer na ko ne ade ani ase munya ne yanyi anu mfiri won tem na constitution no MPP constitution no dia kira ne say you opposition dia ye beto aba not later than 2 years 24 months. Now ye beto aba Ghana da bay ye beto bio 7th December 2028 the constitution say ye betimi ato a presidential candidate not later than it betimi aye ne betimi aye china na momani kwan say a year 7 December 2024 2026
exactly.
That means what British constitution it's in another than Kokufado time aye ba opposition in 2008 by 2010 years you know I think August 2010 and ye so October 2010 or so ni ye no say benya ample time dia campaign it we the omo ye enye news almost see Anton in term. Many omo ya adwene. Say be ya kan Japan supporters. Ba omia supporters. Kwabena Japan supporters. Ombeja antokwa no. Amount the party ni mu. Party ni here no de. It almost December 31st, January 31st. Ye beto abayi presidential candidate. Many omo ya adwene. Sa de awie na ye beda na de anya no kore e maso na maso kina. Enti ye nkonkoto ne ntem. Do be lusu na ni so ate no wan. Do be wi ni so ni eja wa ka mu nyina bom. Na munya ntokwa bebre no.
Bruce Lee fo.
Gobi, General, Sawa, it's Sunny, you know. Reforms by consul say, youth organizer position. First, now would be detected now, Kuran weddings, and they almost more year free. Now, woman, they about 35. Now, what's a big camo? Ye, we make a mamma, 35, no. Say National Youth Authority, no, the definition of youth, I say 35 from 15 to 35.
Precisely.
Now, and this for no mutimi ya no pariado kurabi youth. I mutimi ya na yenti. And yeah, we MPP ni ba kwa warrior say. Or he say ya makwa mo pariado ye youth organizer. Ni akofo bi a wonye yi ni ade am so ya no de enka no kure. Ba samia okube ye youth organizer no. Na oni 35. Eti ubetimi aye adwuma wa bra oni 35. Won nim ya onim yo. Eti we 35. Na mo mbeto ba ye youth organizer no. Se wo album ni mu nko ade a. Na wonni mfie 35 wa. Ubetimi atubi. Sa so na se wo ye women's organizer wo bepa. Obi a ye oba wo album ni so bia na betimi atubi. Eti regional no. Se regional elections a. Obi a wo region ni mu bia wo so wokoto aba se youth organizer no. Obetimi atubi. So long as I win the 35.
Precisely. So
Omo wie no se reforms ni me se Tescom. Yebema Tescom for no. First na Tescom presidents nkwa na eto. Na afen yebema Tescom patrons abeka ho. Etu fa Ashanti region for instance. They are about 64 or so 62 Tescom ni ade. Na concerns Ashanti regional youth for any reason. And it says, oh my queen, there's a Tesco no. Obu wa free sunyane. And we be school kumase. And we be Tesco president and the patron. Now if you buy 8 months pen, obesa akoni fie. Wo si de bo no mra me decide ma manfo na te wo. Eno no mo hwe ni ade. Ba yen hwe ni anya se betimi bibia for one. Why? Now the reforms are there.
Exactly.
Yeah, expanded. Name of see ya done in the say. Obi be to national and sani abedi. Eno dia nya adwuma. Agosu ya. Ya make ka dia say. Eno a form for yampene. Yampene. Reforms, you know, by and large, these are the major critical reforms.
Exactly.
Yeah. Limited expansion. Say, yeah, be any idea. After young presidential candidate at the end of term, it is not in breach of any law because already the law is there. So we are following what the law says.
Exactly.
Okay? The law of the constitution of the MPP says that not later than 24 months. Except that when Frank Davis moved the motion per the constitution of MPP, whenever a motion is moved, say it must take 6 months preparation. It will show moving of the motion then 6 months in January. It you know one movie is in December. Nanka bibi anko. But the mrane man who kwansa. It's mrane dia ko January. Jafi January ni nyina yakohia. Ni ato aba. One ebe winie party A, party B. General secretary what the release aba. It we no wo mo ye the Joe Wise committee no say Joe Wise na be ni ade and ya form wo mo committee say wo mo na ebe hwe so am ya yes an ye man nyina
exactly
mo me antuni mfiri why ya wo be wini abe wini wini nso wo wini ya ma 10 years kura wo wini
sanetie
wo wini deck ya ma 10 years kura wo wini why wo wini be wini nso abe wini. These are the critical major reforms.
Precisely.
And electing of a year the can say presidential candidate.
Exactly.
And this I ever to abad and at the end of national officers Yamambako.
Precisely.
Montu a interim presidential candidate in term. They will say Danenwa Baba to national Kusi form the day. And your human is and your human is. If the Moya Sadia, do be winning national chairman, or ambition so be control the whole party.
So,
no than the for Shema could see the last name. Today, we be transfer for 15 years. Yampenesa, Shabro Bonuti, Yampenesa, and the Yam train. Why? Deck. Yamon primary sin the contempt. When we say, boy, yeah, they comes in the Bini, comes in the Mubini, when you campaign. Why?
Candidate.
Tony, and we got him the Dianamon tongue.
Fast.
You know, I'm a chair Dumens. Jemfi Isaac Jemfi Michia, watch Isaac is Michia, Alima to Sadia, Michia, Munina, Juma Moya, Frank, Michia Munina, Frank Jemensa, the Biano Trapon Kuna, or ye, a Yantidu, we are most one, may coordinate about. General Mosquito. We are Moase. Why me could do a me cosera, many anti and dumone in a coy. Nti mechia munina mo ye adwuma so teacher constitution we are Moase. Ono so ye adwuma. Ono say wonye coordinator but the adwuma wo ye no dey. Nti o say ai nana Kwaku ne na se munyina mo ye adwuma. Mo nyere mo ho. You know, I am sorry. Na yanko he G-Tech insase. Na yanko emra ni mu. Emra set G-Tech. Eye Act 1023. Precisely. Ye ka act no a eye se wo shamra wo parliament. Na parliament shamra de toso de tie ka se we bia Act 1030, Act 1023. That means the 1023 law ya pass Ghana's parliament. It will forbid say 1994 Act 494 Act 49889. There's a emre toso 494. It will forbid to say Criminal and Other Offences Act 1960. Yes, Act 29. That means emre Ghana share here toso 29 no. Say be alpha Act 25 the Companies Act in here. Emre toso 25. It's emre Ghana share here from 1969 yenya efa hodi no ebesin ne the total 1023 eye mra he set up G-Tech na G-Tech no madwuma ne say yanko ne yanko hwe eye dani enye we yanko de eye functions of G-Tech under section 7L if I'm section 7 no answer na ade maba 36 ni the criminalization of a years ade no you can say tanko computer mo ye yati kwamwa monko school enya hwe eti sawo the doctor sawo ye professor sawo ye die yo emrade say so ko school na onya sa title exactly afa me ya bedu ba bia ndc fu esori wo bia de bitu no so tanko computer ni ya dani ya ntantantantem you any free so na fa the other the right in bra afa tanko computer ana wodi abase wo ye doctor sir ana G-Tech atworo krata command say fatanko computer beto so ene omo ma ye ne ade na yese wo munyi title ndc fo no no omo sesa ono abo ne doctor ne ade go mu so mun ko school ajobo so ko ma fo ana G-Tech atworo krata na yenhwe so far enipa G-Tech atworo krata dani follow me ansan ya komra na kura follow me yenhwe nipa G-Tech Dr. Tanko computer wonye doctor babia according to G-Tech if a G-Tech ne wo eye tumia ebeka kire o say ye be read mra no what the constitution says so G-Tech atworo krata e dia koma nkrofo bi say munya mo doctor ne yusu it's one co school na nyai to be a doctor you must have studied for about 3 to 4 years and son why a doctor by book now doctor ne so you better also medically you must have spent the time of about 7 years as a medical doctor mo dia mo nkobi ko ya no download your free network so ai web so download this wachichire dwuma so a me Dr. Tanko computer obisa no say kinsu no kinsu no wa hia ya hwa ye hu kinsu no wa hia ono pa ne ba bia kinsu no wo o say online so ye ko hwe ye no achi ya no kreti ye na ye be hwe say ye criminal act na per act 1023 section 36 no ye be hwe say ade no Dr. Tanko computer ye no does it border on criminality and even in failing of forms that's how the question say your doctor our brother when your doctor oko Criminal and Other Offences Act 1960 anymore you were forgery you were defrauding by false pretenses it is when your doctor said you pay according to G-Tech when your doctor and so there was your doctor ni yenye whole minister of communications mo yes akwaya goodie there is only one computer just look at then if you get that video no Sam George very irresponsible character yentie Sam George very irresponsible character
there's only one computer with a PhD or no PhD the computer there's only one MP there's only one computer with a PhD or no PhD the computer
bra Danny bra Such an irresponsible comment coming from a whole minister of state.
Precisely.
When Obia would demand for any,
Very indisciplined.
say we know your gift for said dear boss. Now what that man for on your doctor and so a doctor. No man for any raise questions or they come and catch a man for no class or we idiot for questioning him. And for a minister of state who should know better, he says that there is only one computer, whether you're a doctor or your doctor. We have brought a year democracy in the governance so low that people are no more held accountable for their actions. Obit me that man for on your doctor, also a doctor, and we get a minister of state endorsing such impunity.
Precisely.
Impunity.
Them.
Say whether PhD or no PhD. So that means the arrogance of power. Just a man for a question, no. Or me and Kwasiafo. Yes, sir.
More fire.
You know, man for and Kwasiafo. So more question, no. So a doctor now, when your doctor. Yes, sir. And these are the people leading us.
Precisely.
And so almost me and Komasem. What can you be true at the part? Tanko computer. On your doctor. Daniel Fayam for Mama Kano, when your doctor, no, Jitek, actual moment. For more picture, but 1 year. One more picture, 1 year, Coco, you paid in so general Sodemano. I was your first in the Fabato. After ye say Papa Professor Adum Ofuri elected 1 year professor. Gtex na mo pay professor and doctor no. Munko suku no Dek. Munko suku e.
Amukosu kwanso anu mu se
Omko su kwaso adai.
Amukosu kwanso anu mu aba.
Oma download the atomo. Professor. When so Honorable Dr. Desmond de Graft paid to say 1 year doctor. Gtex say 1 year doctor. Onya yusu. What the shine you soon now? What per campaign, honorable doctor, you know what it is so. Now one goes to Kua. Where so you now call you? One also MP for Wutu Senior East. One also you send a doctor and what they are told us Dr. Phyllis now call you. Ever better on your doctor. Gtex who ye. Then this is dear someone.
Expose them.
And you by force. Shortcuts are buying. One download the doctor and say. One go school go ahead. Now call you. Gtex who you should
expose them.
Danny for last one, bra. When said near me. Tanko computer. And I know about so doctor ya by your man body. One your doctors were doctor. Then this muko suku nu wia. Ebe ye day. Ora Collins that way. One cast why doctor baby. And so Collins that they are competent enough. Let me hold the portfolio, sir. A minister of works and housing, minister of this year. By force says your doctor. Metia me doctor. Me ko kasa be doctor. We make any they say me we me masters no. Na me frame me yonku bi Dennis Ejimo. Na me ye na say wo hwe Dennis me nko ye me doctorate na me nko sua law every Dennis anu anu di matter say kan kwase asem nkyere na what honorary lawyer da so honorary doctor dey dey bo na honorary lawyer what be da eti ko sua dey ntimi ma honorary apa na we me call kakra no hey law ni na fomo na wo sua ka me ye ajai na me frame yonko ba ko na me yonko fo de o munyo ma dwene nyewu me frame Kwaku sisa kyere na me Kwaku Ediana nyame jai. Additional no den do. No be am say na I come from time to time be. Na am so me come from 5 to anajo 9. No say ntu jai a. Sa 5 to anajo 9 de bia no de be dey. Nkwase ase bia na de be di. Ba ko tran ba bi atwa bi. I guess yin so. Nemo mamenka was say uko wa nko 5 years in the beba. Nemo eba the result of say otu asoko and say be for lawyer. And say the result of say one to us one ko. And say bia no awen sama kidney say. It is the choices yours to decide.
Exactly.
Eh and am say mame to aso no makwa ampani ampa ye wura mu no. Aka 1 year ni ye wi. Enti monko school ni bi. O man ko bi entom bi se kadechie nko bi. Kadechie nso ko bi pa. Hey.
Let them know.
Hey, Makobio. It's a bonus. General, we say in the call level 300 in the law, Gempa law. You be we enche. Tomon kobi. Namunwe. Downloading no. Na Gtex war. The mandate say Oko section 7L of Act 1023. And if I make one year read this section 7L of Act 1023, near share the criminal aspect of Adianoa a year and people must be prosecuted.
Exactly so.
People must be prosecuted. Then your first never 7L no. Now already a year act 1023 no 7L make a bibi dani project in term na in ready na you want some bebreka you want some bebre
Sir.
you know and I want fan no amano
Ni nyina wo.
ho you fast dani project in ready. Now section 7L of Act 1023 Dani say dey Yanko. The one project in me ready. Ewo na ye na fa de no to so na so kura Daniel no so on sentin na no nkrofo cast wo ye NDC ni no.
Otwa kakra.
Akwaje bribe o. Eti e be ready 7L no.
Dani project yanko.
So de ato so, wo de ama no. Dani ana me ma fa nto so. We de em se je Dani o. Dani we di anyawa kabidi asemo show yebeko 7L near ready a year 8L near dinyina Dani okay me ato so nti project near ready near nko now already at 7L of Act 28 section 7L of Act 1023 or say the regulatory functions of the commission, which is GTEC, include to A, you ready L no, verify authenticity of all certificates, diplomas, and degrees upon request. The functions of a GTEC, they be a mature criteria. As what me authentifies authenticity. Say you owe a tango computer no, or say where you know a doctor for a certificate you require doctor nebra.
Fabra.
And only a man and a chere no. Na oko 7 section 8 of Act 1023 no. Dani project section 8 no me dia to say project na yanko. Section 8 ne say tieni o 84D. 84D say the commission is responsible for the accreditation of na ebra 4 or say the commission shall A, that is Yanka A nunca D no Yanko D regulates the use of higher education nomenclature and titles including university, college, emeritus, professor, doctor, chartered and related terms. That is project na yen ready e ho no. You be ready section 8.4D.
Teach them.
You read sections 8.4D. So the commission, the Juma section 8.4D na muri no. Or say the commission shall D regulate the use of higher education nomenclature and titles such as college, university, emeritus, professor, doctor. So your commission na Juma. So mo be yesa. Na commission so sa wo to me say or recalling say wo tanko computer or ma fro say wo doctorate in fabra. Ampa won fa mai. Na yen ko section 36. Na yen read section 36 1 to D. Na yen hwa de. 1D to G near radio. It won't say the tanko computer, you know. It is a criminal offense.
Precisely so.
Then Yanko section 36 a year 1D to G. So already section 36 also a person or who tienye not Yanko 1D. Then is zoom in, let the people read. Zoom in. So it's section 36 1D and then or say a person or who D refuses to comply with the request of information made by or on behalf of the commission. D denies access to relevant records for information made or on behalf of the commission. Denies access to, obstruct a person authorized by the commission to obtain information. Provides information which that person knows is false or does not have a reason to believe it is true. Commits an offense. A tanko computer. Some information or the man commission a false. So he commits an offense.
Exactly.
Why are we not arresting him? That's some judge to work against him. Say whether PhD or no PhD. Tango computer.
Discipline.
This is criminal act.
Exactly.
And he must be arrested and prosecuted.
Pound.
And so now by to so. Until now, your mama, yeah, cast 1 second, or sister 1 second. Hey, when you remember now, call it for no
Scam government.
Scam government. criminal offense. The tanko computer and then go fire. A criminal offense under section 36 of Act 1023. And so still I know yet ha your mama so fanya we. On pamono.
The bitter.
Some George Bear and Drosseno. I catch him for some of my whether PhD or no PhD. He's still computer.
Just look at that.
Such disrespect, such arrogance of power.
Exactly.
Copy and paste.
Tango computer must be arrested,
Precisely.
prosecuted,
Exactly.
with his accomplices.
Call.
Your man a criminal.
Exactly so.
And you make a man and we are a nation of laws.
Per the law.
Per the law.
Precisely.
Now, General, you're sorry ho.
Now,
Yanka a travel ban on Ghana by the United States. So there is a potential travel ban. So now the United States are banning countries. It be say more and they say almost say review 36 countries. 36 countries and Ghana to 16. Nani fair so Trump administration considers adding 36 countries, including Ghana, to its travel ban. Why na nti say wa wo pa America akọ no. Say Trump the Ghana for kan wa wonya bi nkọ. Munu ya no mo ho nso so ba Ghana ontimi nkọ biu. Donald Trump ade a wo pese wo ye no no. Ani ebusa say na den wo pese wo ye sa. Dani etu America ya wo pa ko nya bi nkọ. America nso the heaven on earth o. Hey, wo nkọ bi a mo bi nkika nkwase asem nkyerɛ. America nkọ wo mo ma nkọ. Wo mo ni so ya Ghana ni nkọ de o ma kwan. He said Donald Trump into omo ye na dwom for man no do market ene makola for makola for na sa tonkra say ohene de pese ye wo no wo kente no aye kra ye ne ade no eno no yes wo sene onyonko a wo town enti wo mo ye na Wednesday ne be ye ready enti main function next week Wednesday no mo dwadata enti next week Wednesday me ye na mo aten so tag Traders Association in Ghana wono so afreme so ohene wo ba ye be swat say you know ababa was ye nyina ye be chicha onioma na ka kire general ni kofi say show no mo ba won bia benya tutututu na mom general de bia mema ne tere kura was team na ba ni obe chi obi a shoe tutu e ma shoe mema shoe ni ade obe mu obi a tutu eti Wednesday show ni ye koye ne wo makola why ye kwa mo so aka mo adwene makola for man me ka mo adwene no mo so ye be cha mo nioma ni ade sa ti ye gia ne dia bre street for eti travel ban ne beba ni ya say da be ade ne si na ye wo ha na Donald Trump ko ka asem bi na fe ma mi omoku Dani Fatoso na ma mi omoku de true so say Ghana is considering we will also Donald Trump better yanka ko kan be kan ye mami at the right time we will take action. Vice President warns of Trump's say US aid mad aid to no man na Trump is twam ave o musika ni bio ave yo na Vice President say Donald Trump at the right time we will take action. Yes, you ko kan be kan ye mami ebe ni ho na wo ko kan be kan ye Trump in so abodam ko kan be kan ye Mami. Enti emso ya na Trump se mo form to asema we aka me punish o. Afa yo wa na honorable John his excellency Malam John Yohani Malam Yohani nso say and I know South African president wa call America ma Donald Trump jojo no enti ene Trump's unfounded attack on Cyril Ramaphosa was an insult to all Africans. Yes, ye John Yohane ne mami o general yo ekeka bani o ya be bane Ghana for obi antimi nko America enti omo ye no ana ya sako wie se so no obi wo diplomatic relations you don't get hostile to yes anybody me ba be ka kire am sa de na okuje to abla kwa ye no e wo repercussions
exactly
e wo implications bi so ultimate sorry na wa close wo embassy say because engrofo aye adwuma ho no MPP 40 ye pay engrofo akoshe it's matum ma shutting it down on the orders of Amatela ma shutting it down We don't do that in diplomatic circles.
Precisely.
The moment you shut down your embassy, it is a hostile relationship you have with the hosting nation.
Let them know.
So the host nation for your embassy, and your U.S. government. And when you take such actions without having to engage them, whether through note verbals or through proper writings, it is perceived as a hostile relationship you have with them. And I'm going to say, Washington for a man be breed, there is evidence to that effect. And go for a break him. Service a crana or my Romunya. And Jabaya said, we are serious. Oba ye was what call Lanche, Black Star a year, event in a while. Oba San Crofoba. Meanwhile, Washington, baby and Crofo, see a black community all over the world. I will introduce a mirror of justice. You can black community all over the world. Okuja to Blackwa. America has the largest financial power to come and invest. After Okuja to Blackwa, yet was baby and Crofo bet me and Vesa Abakurumo. Shutting it down. I'm an uncle for come. So a month for visa. 6 weeks, 7 weeks in it. Exactly. 3 months. 1 a year, friends. All because of your recklessness.
My grandma just died in Jamaica. I am devastated. I want to go home for her funeral and I can't because of the Ghanaian embassy in Washington, D.C. I hope this message finds all Ghanaians and especially the Ghanaian embassy. I sent off my passport over 6 weeks ago to the Ghanaian embassy in Washington, D.C. to get my Ghanaian visa renewed. It has now been 6 weeks later and I have not received my passport. I have called the embassy, nobody answers the phone. I have emailed them, nobody answers an email. And when I'm online trying to get an update from their chat representative, they are telling me they cannot help me. You promised, and I paid for a 15 to 20 day service. It is now 6 weeks later. I have emailed you stressing that I have a death in my family and I need to get home. And nobody can give me an update on where my passport is. This is unacceptable.
Where unacceptable. General, what by brofu nyina ne say. What the visa application akotum. Washington. Why am I? If so kuja to say no na dwene mu no. Wa shutting it down. Time open no baby. What kind of irresponsibility is this and recklessness is this? Is that how governance is done? Because nkofo ye adwuma on perceived to be MPP. Tiasi e reason be pamo mu nyina. Nia de ndisi fokugo. Exactly. And then no wo no se manfo ni ntu kwamra. Black communities in the year of return echi wo mmra. Baby on benya visa so kura no ye. So obi nso tua visa fee mawa. Ono wo contractual relationship. And when you are not able to honor that contractual relationship without any proper communication, you have breached the contract. So a breach of psychological contract. And you sit there and this is our foreign minister. And so Kufa so what can brofuri nyina e kire said obesi aye foreign ministry na wait. Washington. And when the name so mad Donald Trump say, and you 36 countries, you know, but when you say Ghana, when you serious, to the more become to all consider. I don't know. And the brand Ghana no in the eyes of the diaspora no. It's imagine say Black American be and now say African American be as one. Now we apply for visa. Now 6 weeks in 7 weeks. Most of them communicate here. Agoja, ne papa muni. Where you member no? Afem be kan mate om tu bi ne hwe oma no. Ye be di mate ma dia. Kofa kofi paka wo se. Paka wo mo sandu sika no a. Say manya antie se. Mu di mate ma ye sanem kakra. One district, one factory. Wonya bi amambi. Ese menua no mama munya adwuma Sadiq Adam say wudi matem kakra e ba bedru amambi tuatu so dudu ese adwuma de memmonya bi ayepa omba jiji ase kotu dem no mudi matem na be sesan de bayi me mesi me bosi me yade na mabai kura de na bede no me am party kura de na bede no sata mo bojem so kadachio ye hunu so bida kadachio ene na hwe mo dia kadachio no kro nya credible mo hwirim sa nya credible obi onya credible na munya ne voice kaseti na aban ebo munya ne voice o kaseti na aban munya bibo na Steve Wonder Eti mo pa America ko no. Baby abedi na we me yira send me warning. O se just Dennis nkwa na ka encourage you ma call on wo. Na abeba ha. Eso ya assignment na ni adaje abeba ha. Ma me uka ho.
Oh fire. Oh fire.
Me huna mani o. Agoja. Eti yanya ni amra Sharaf asem so.
Yeah. What for say Sharaf? Roman father Sharaf.
Dedi kan. Agoja. Bo kofi ayi kodwo sha dem bo oja ye ne kakra na. Ye fam break.
Hwi ojaye.
Dani hwe me ne anko ni ade na ngosi hwe.
Amor fire. Amor fire. Amor fire. Amor fire.
Okay. Amor fire. Alright. Baby anya di. Ana mo say dem akoka Sharaf asem. Enti dia bayi. Yanti bida. Boxers ne se dia yi. Ma men kan boxing ho asem. Na sports journalist for no se dia yi. Ma men kan sports ho asem. Ana morning show for ne yetwe scam mo no. O mo didi katechi atem. Because ma akoka Sharaf asem. Na Sharaf de moja chan adui na ho ahwan. Ojonso de crude oil. Magana. Kimi enka oni jomama asem. Akufo ba de e betimi aka wona na mamamuo mu a there is a problem with it. Na mom se jomama ba ene na mamamuo ni mu a there is no problem with it.
Precisely.
You need picture free so. I'm not against or no boy no.
No, never.
I am not against him.
Never.
Let's state that record clear. It's not about the guy.
Exactly.
And make some catch it. No offer. And then neck down so now omo nim say confidence so be can say mama ntimi ntwe na no offer. It confidence so buy no. And my say woni ni nua ba no. Lodina de men kana sem bi. To ma hwe Lodina men kana sem for wa. And was ade no offer see de ba ntimi ko ye no. Ka me meka bi o.
Roman father.
And you confidence so. Oh guy was be offer that be you free.
Be you free.
But you know.
You offer free.
And they say no. Confidence nua ba Lodina ne ayi we no. Sharaf de me you omo free. Just that microphone ne nyoma no omo keka na me be school yi omo. Why? Eti nya Sharaf. Na mom na konta ne dem uniform nye. John dem uniform. Confidence so e ma bio e ma wa konta me uniform nye yi. E so ne Malam Yohane do na ebu man. Ti me uniform a and I know say me nua asafo JNDC kasa. Ono so won so yi president ma ma free na say na me uniform say.
Enye.
Asafo je. Anti enye yi. Won na ebu man. Ti afi wo mo say makobusa say Sharaf nya sika wai. Na no kura no hwe ye passing comment.
Exactly.
Me ya na me am ka say on ba betwuma da pa. Eti ye nyai. Afi ebinum so Sharaf no ne papa. Ne papa nua na Ibrahim mama. No mu wo sika deda. Na ku for de no mo ne busuafo no mbo kube. Kube na no mo bo ansa no mo ba ba mu ahu. Na obi ane na na ba ye chief justice. E ku for de na ne papa ye chief justice of the republic. Akufado, Edward Akufado. Who are Chief Justice of the Republic? Akufado, Papa, be president of the Republic. What's the saying? Pano, money what it takes to open a restaurant.
Precisely.
Tie de meka yi. Hypocrisy bekumo.
Pound for pound.
Mo hypocrisy bekumo.
Exactly so.
Ebebo mo tri so. And no ye can be tie Akufado de no. Because it was wrong.
Precisely.
This whole idea. Say you true abama obia. Dek. Nana busuafo ne namu saa. And as a nation we are accepting that nonsense as a norm. What nation is this?
Fire them.
Yatu Abamubi. All of a sudden, we want to Irate Foundation. Now, why? Omu opposition who foundation da. Na Irate Foundation. Now, the number a private companies so. Mumra me support it. Oh yes, it is a dream now. Why? One day you come and Mbeka say. I could for the $25 million contract. I'm an ebasu on Conco penti a year you were at work. Akola iba catch them say. And you won't know a your contract here. Now your private companies na asona say. What's the one penita? Mobile went to me for a contract in a match. But I know Kurano, me will problem with it. If so, your president a bar now call private individual so Kwaku pay sponsorship. Private individual or interest. It was the ever sponsor.
Let them know.
O wianso a wochena wo munya asem na se be ya ban ne ma against them nti no and wo mudi etitalo oil so be sponsor Sharaf by virtue of Sharaf being in close proximity with the president o mudi be yama no so how are we accepting the norm say so be papa be president all of a sudden that person can be going around soliciting for funds from it will come money 2 million Ghana cedi 2 million 5,000 and you are using it as a yardstick because you go for the
exactly so
ti Sharaf ni na mamemum Sadenya Sharaf organize boxing eye kama it boxing for ne say me aka wasem it is even an affront ade we eyanim guase amamu ankasa as a nation omanya yetimu a your Ghana Boxing Authority your Sports Authority National Sports Authority your Ministry of Sports also say Ghana Boxing Authority National Sports Authority Ministry of Sports say huge national institutions omuntimi organize boxing just a Sharaf na ko organize
hypocrites
when you correct so when I say obi use state power and they are building a ma you wrong and they obi use state power and they are building a ma yanki anuntu oko kan menua Sadiq Adams say you organize it be 2024 when a name say 2024 John Mahama was a potential president and don't forget John Mahama has become a president before and now coming so by virtue of so even former president in it alone and on ma ye free bibi a influence peddling precisely what it one amoke kan sem hunu secretary ko kan de enka bi da se Sharaf ye boxing ade no why ade there's nothing wrong me kan kura me ka san ko why ade na so se de na no mo ye no ye bisa mo the same question mo se mo nti bi da ade na mo nti bi da ma timi mutu bi na hwiama no because e Sharaf me and my Sharaf no nyo no ne me target I'm questioning e ye de ye no say ya de papa ye to ade abama obi a all of a sudden abusuafo oh ni awura mamu onim yankonkohwe video a President Mahama chire de ntia wo si Bukom Arena yankonkohwe so you will realize that President Mahama ni vision na no ye president won say obama Bukom Arena abaye sports a boxing for ni nyina abaye adwuma
precisely
instead so be use state institutions Ghana Boxing Authority Ghana Sports Authority now all their build this hard no or the neba na lead their build this hard no and almost me in question because they be why are successful yes it is okay now a whole sports authority Ghana Boxing Authority and the sports ministry Kofi Adams someone to me organize a successful boxing match and to me for Anthony Joshua Madia and you must sure one Sharaf made ministry there some funu be no me asun kwa didi afa o mo se mentibida
fire them
cause Sharaf the Kufuado badie okobi a restaurant ni e twantro restaurant yesi 6 million mo ha money twantro am ye gitum ya kan am say am pamene mo ya adwene Kufuado ban mo ne nama mamuom if so yes adia yan konko he code of conduct no ono Jomama na nkasa ne ba and then you Jomama video a wo ka say de nti osi Bukom Boxing Arena nie it's a wo yes wo pese wo promote boxing make an na no ayimi agasa me nua Bukom banku ono so abeka bi asem na richi wa hwa ono wo ka no se mre bi obeka so ofili me pa eti wo ye no wani di matem omo maka ne de ayiti policy ni tiri ho se bosompani no odi di matem ani ase Joshua Klot ni ade se ne e ba hwe katachie ni abo no anya de ehia ni Joshua Kolote wo obo boxing nya millions of dollars. When you men fa bia ma me promote Ghana boxing. Na wasuko no ma we wonana na say won bra me promote Ghana boxing ma.
What a shame.
What a shame.
What a shame.
Joshua Kolote so on TV da. Ade no so ye lasting solution. It was China say President Mama Bani ni ho a. Obi antimi promote boxing bio. Ni you state institutions na ka boxers no mo ho atomo. Ade na make am monte ase. Ade na make am monte ase.
For pound.
Ade ba no. Ni an kan okure okure ni musa. Ade ba no. Dek. Enra na Yakufu Adoba. Ye nyina kaseti ai. And ye Sharaf. And I'm saying it's not even about Sharaf.
Never.
It could have been me, it could have been General, it could have been anybody.
Precisely.
So it's not about Sharaf.
Exactly.
But it is the idea here to Obama Ubia. All of a sudden, ne bush your phone ramuna. Yeah. Also, private institutions and a sponsor. It's Italo Oil. Now, what's Sadiq Adams who free this sponsor? It is Sadiq Adams can say, can you mention correct? Say, now, what truck at Talo Oil on Bema sponsorship for sports. And yen free for a second, let's pretend that your mama yes Sharaf Papa. Our your president. It is Sharaf we truck at Komata Loyola and one best sponsor. So by proximity to power, he is using it for other nyoma. Yakan was say you're wrong.
Exactly. So
Sekufado ye nenya and ne your mama by ya and yet
Wrong.
Mosi Yankee Anuntu.
that's what they know.
Ghana Boxing Authority. Saudi Anthony Joshua beba ya asem ketwa. And the young yenko site ho. Danny, there's a video I made sure said you see Buki Anthony Joshua make appearance. Sometimes what charge even $2 million.
Precisely. So
$2 million.
all the people.
Before so, and I'm going to buy the president free. They go free. Imagine this cash
Appearance fee.
Appearance fee. Or charges sometimes as high as $2 million.
Exactly. So
Mun use state institutions no fanye. Most mun use state institutions. Yeba me yaba lidi. Anya de papa. Anthony Joshua wonye charity organization. Oh ye event na peso oba na manfo na ni be di akira. Said oba ye manfo na ni adi akiri. Nemo mun use National Sports Authority.
Exactly.
Mun use Ghana Boxing Authority.
Oh them.
Na munya nsem hunu no.
Hypocritical people.
Aja no. Sharaf so and I know Sadiq Adams who no sports in the core report say Sharaf no we a footballer born wo Bobby way wo Bobby da bay and all of a sudden you champions and you be say your boxing coach da onu na eba be na say that be you wrong.
Exactly.
You're wrong.
Yeah, state institutions in champion say be ya watching say your mama near ban mu still an boxers and mo betomo be ka bibi aboa mu a moment to and am say ndc afra mo nti ya ka mo se dey ya ba hwehwe na ni abo no enye de ehia ni awonde kro na award ba hwehwe ka de chi no abebo no fa koje ai titles bra and I got say me say me hwehwe ka te chi ai bebo na no ehunura me ana ehunura okay, I'm so now you'll be destroyed now. Meaning why people are so fixated on being destroyed or being something must be destroyed anyways. Somebody must be destroyed anyways. Why do we live in a world where we feel so self-important? Say, munyansem hunu na mutimi rewura obia. Sadi ya kan bi na no kire kufu adoba. Sadi ya beka bi a kire mo. Oba ya wo de Sharaf ne namu a utu kwan kora na the expense of the taxpayer. Na de ne ka hoko. Meka ya na ojaye. Yes, sir. And we are accepting this nonsense. Abanye nya to abama abanye na president baya na ne wofa ase mabie foundation ne nana mabie foundation ne yire mabie o ya so da bi private institutions na support me. Why they say private institutions? Because we are closer to power until no support you.
Expose them.
Sharaf no ankasa so onye president mama a oye president ba. Wo tworo krata ko baby obebua no. So o use no ankasa ni position no. To intimidate people.
Exactly.
What's a mianka? Yanko code of conduct na president mama. I sure ya dem ministers. E wa bra wo no ani so. Yanko go 1.5. Code of conduct. Yanko point 1.5.
Read it to them.
Ni reading kire wo. It was ministers more involve your families. Which will likely or is likely to conflict. Nemo mu di obama families and nemo memu. which is likely to conflict.
Precisely.
And penimfo ya omone wo ba no didi agoro no. Enya oba no mo pe na asem. By virtue of the fact that oba no papa ye president.
Expose them.
It is all kobusa omo bibia. Omo ni say. Cause one former president ba. Watching no. President Mama make can say in all of these dealings on far phone Mfre will be introduced to Nebano. Is that no influence peddling? Is that no influence peddling? Are you not using the state or position as a president to influence some of these things? I feel you come Mianka. They come in Madapa. I'm a someone come and so and I hear the Sharaf and movie Bitiano. But the Sharaf for day, men want to quack. But they are wrong. A Kufado Banner year and they are wrong. Sakufado so no sin and this wadi unes obema creative arts na kosonya sa. It will buy and a banner so work creative art. And no cassette eye. And then your mama sin and this wadi unes boxing. Or buy and a banner eligi. And then the Muslim and Cassentia. Mushim
Mr. Dreamer.
I never know. Now you read the code of conduct. Danny Biamuni read the code of conduct. Eh? Danny Biamuni read the code of conduct. Now, what your code of conduct, Mama Mfona? Was a conflict of interest may be direct or indirect in nature. Your code of conduct, no. The president, Mama, the ministers, so was a conflict of interest may be direct or indirect in nature.
Precisely.
And may arise due to influence and power of the minister. The minister holds. So the influence and the power of the president is where Talomode who ebe sponsor neba. Yes, Montiasi, dear Montiasi. Pakawosi, we na make a dear Montiasi. Also may arise due to the influence and power of the minister holds, both in his or her sectorial responsibilities as a member of the cabinet. B, may be pecuniary, that is arising the minister's direct financial interest, or non-pecuniary involving a family member or close associate. Tienye. So, ebu okwa nyawo na woye. Nemo a family member or close associate, it will be perceived as conflict of interest.
Let them know.
Hanya jo mama na ye nemo me bane ne namu ne wo ye na we a private individual me sponsorship we a private in me sponsorship and you say we should continue as a nation with this behavior. Is that how we want to build a nation? After obenya president bi a wo ba ne bare ba ko pe bibi keke wow enya boxing inside na no na ye creative art and na we di boxing ba ko bi ba ono de wo ya ne so wo checha dross mama. As was one woman, one panty. It's a private individuals. Mumra sponsor. Have a muko sponsor we are. When you are 10 million, no the mu one see depend one kwakoye. No keep it diaka. So using state power to build their own children.
Precisely.
And most say no, me accept it because me I am me. How is that I am here?
Never.
President Mama is so generous. You want to be done. The entire young one is to be done. Say, Obi a former president. Now also buy ye. President. It's even when you're former president, you know, enough to influence some of these things.
Precisely so.
It's your year in 2024. No. Oh, you said it was Busa. Sharaf when you never papa president Mama. Anka Oba also be person that can't remember. What kind of Korean you know want to be our soon go the I never know. You go read 1 point. Identify the other one. You reading near rally.
To them.
Point 1.53. You go read the rally. What's the interest of family and personal friends? Public perception is critical factor in maintaining trust and accountability. And I'm sure President Mama, the code of conduct. Also, public perception is a critical factor in maintaining trust and accountability in governance. It is a President Mama Yahweh say public perception is a critical factor there. What does it send to the public?
Ask him.
I never see more Bianca was. Deck. I'm sure code of conduct. President Mama Troy. It was the Ama ministers. Name one word and the bendiso.
Fire the president.
Above the law.
Or see a conflict may arise if a minister's family member or personal friend that derives or is perceived to derive. Tiede kanidani. Yanko. Tiede mekani. So it's not even about deriving, but the perception of deriving.
Exactly.
What President Mama say? Minister or more family members, a conflict may arise if a minister's family member or a personal friend derives or is perceived.
Educates them.
It's perception in itself is enough. What's the minister's in this? Huh? perceived to derive some personal, financial, or other benefit from a decision or action by the minister or the government. It will be in a mama. It's not a perception. So we use government, you know. After we see ministers in condition, what kind of country is this? Koto de budget. And until you train Triapia, a track at the Chiadapa, a mucha memadapa. Monfa intellectual firepower debate.
Exactly. That's what we want.
Monfa yes superior argument.
Precisely.
Na kwasiani abuana baga bigan watetana na ngadipa ntana ngonya dai. Oga masi wanim say didi me matem. Onsia de.
Onsia.
Ogabi on baga biga kan baga biga sa 16 years. No intellectual